I know I haven't been posting, but welcome back to another video.
Hey, I know it's been a while, but I'm back. And I'm excited. My iPad broke, and on top of that, I was just not feeling like creating videos. But I'm starting this new series called Summertime Glow, and I'm really excited to paint it. So come along.
So I've been trying to plan out my paintings a little bit more, which means I'm trying to sketch a lot more. So I'm going to do a little bit of that and hopefully get an idea for some of these pieces. So I'm trying to decide if I should start with the smallest painting for this series, or if I should start with the biggest painting, or if I should go directly in the middle and start with this medium-sized canvas. So I really am just gonna paint the painting I'm most excited about first. That way, when I paint it and I'm done with it, I'm happy with how it turned out, and then I'll keep going. That's my philosophy. So we'll see. We'll see how this series goes. And I have 4 sketches right now and only 3 canvases, so that's good. I have something to choose between. So hopefully everything turns out and the series goes smooth.
Oftentimes, inspiration is what controls our creativity. But waiting on inspiration is like waiting for the unknown. You simply never know when you're going to feel inspired or when you're going to feel ready to create. And that's a dangerous trap. We all fall for it every single day, just not creating because we don't quote unquote feel like it. And it's dangerous. I've been wanting to create more and just create more videos, whether they're perfect or not. And what keeps me back is inspiration, or the lack thereof. And I need to realize that inspiration comes when you start the project, when you start the video. And it doesn't have to be perfect, and it definitely won't be. But trying is the best bet. You're never going to be super happy with everything you make, but the important thing is to make it. And do it in spite of feeling inspired or feeling like doing it. That's what I've been feeling lately. And I just want to say, get up and do it. Because you're probably not going to feel like it for a long time.
I covered the entire canvas with paint. Now I'm kind of going to move on to refining the landscape, getting everything to look cohesive and the way I want it to look. I knew early on I wanted to name this series something in the orange, so I was trying to go with those really orange tones, but this has ended up being a little bit more yellow and green, which I'm loving. I'm loving the landscape. I think I'm gonna have to come up with a different name for this collection, but I really just will have to brainstorm and figure out what I want to name it based off of the end result of these 3 pieces. I typically work in a kind of collection with 3 paintings, and I know that that's not technically like a collection, I don't think. So I might do a few smaller pieces and frame them. I don't know. I probably won't though, because I like 3. Typically it's enough to where I don't get burnt out. I'm very bad at sticking to a like collection in this. If the collection is so specific, I have to paint with the same color palette and the same, kind of just painting the same landscape 3 times over is something I don't do very well. Which is why I've never had that style, which I really love, where people are, just using the same 5 colors and it looks cohesive and everything they create looks very similar, but it almost makes a name for yourself because you have this unique style. But I've never been that way. I've always had to create different colored paintings because I get bored. And so with this collection, hopefully I don't get bored. Hopefully I can continue going. I have some new perspective and some new things I want to test out. I really want to keep this soft and build up layers on this piece, but I don't want to build up too many layers to where it gets too sharp and too refined, because I really like the spontaneity and kind of looseness in my brushwork, and I really want to try to keep that. So I'm going to try to keep it as loose as possible, but add enough detail to where it reads the way I want it to read. And so we'll see how that goes. And I'm really loving it. There's a few things I don't quite like, but I think when I add the second layer, it'll look better. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this series. So, yeah.
Oftentimes, creating fills me up with joy. Creating for hours on end is what I love doing, but right now as I'm writing this, I don't feel like creating. I feel overwhelmed with a commissioned piece that's not turning out the way I want it to. But I know I just need to see it through. It might not turn out the way I'm hoping it will, but I'm going to try my best to make it look good. I think in order to get in the flow state, you have to be doing something you love. And for me, I just want to paint things that deeply move me. Like the way the pine boughs blow in the wind, or the way the earth smells after it rains. The way the clouds unfold and tell a million stories. Little things like subtle color shifts in the greens and blues around me, and the way the golden sunlight hits the poplar leaves so elegantly. Little things in life are beautiful, and if we don't stop and notice them, we might just miss them. For me, it's noticing. It's noticing little things, and it's noticing big things. It's noticing the little bug on the flower. It's just going on with its day. And sometimes we get away from all that. And I think it's important to spend time where we feel most inspired.
So, I don't really know exactly what's wrong with this piece. There's just a few things I'm not liking, but overall I really like it. There's just a few things I'm not liking. I think the foreground is looking a bit weird, but most of all I think it's like the midground and how the river is winding. It looks too perfect, I think, and I want to fix it. So I'm going to try maybe adding a few more trees, maybe some sunlight down in kind of that valley part, because originally I wanted the focus to be kind of like the sky area, but now that I'm thinking about it, if the whole middle strip was kind of lighter, I think it would bring nice attention to the painting, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So I might work on this for a few hours today, and then I'll get working on the next piece. You'll see that in the next episode, so stay tuned. I want to finish it today, but who knows how it will go.
Just like that, after hours and hours of refinement and making everything look the way I wanted to, it finally felt the way I wanted it to. I didn't get very good videos of this painting before it sold, and I really regret it, but Here's the best that I could find. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.